In the icy grip of a frozen forest, you find yourself standing amidst towering, needle-clad trees, each branch adorned with delicate frost like diamonds catching the first light of day. The ground beneath your feet crunches with every cautious step, breaking the eerie silence that envelops this chilling landscape. It is beautiful yet haunting, an untouched realm where life exists precariously. You can feel the weight of the world pressing down on your shoulders as the whispers of the wind curl around you like a warning, teasing the edges of your consciousness. Every sound is amplified here. The rustling leaves, the distant crack of ice, the gentle flutter of wings. Each echo reverberates through the stillness, a reminder that this is not merely a sanctuary of nature. It is a battleground. Shadows lurk just beyond the trees, hiding secrets that prefer to stay buried. Here, the sinister threats of poachers wiggle through the underbrush, where greed and cruelty intertwine like venomous vines coiling tighter with every passing day. It's all too easy to forget the unsettling reality that lies under the serene facade, the menacing world of illegal wildlife trafficking that creeps into every corner of this sanctuary. You can almost hear the unanswered cries of captive animals, trapped behind bars, forced into lives devoid of freedom. Their spirits languish in a silence that screams louder than any roar. The hunters, lurking in the shadows, are predators of a different kind, snatching the innocent from their homes for profit, driven by an insatiable greed that corrupts the essence of existence itself. It sends a cold shiver through you, a reminder of the cruelty that can exist alongside beauty. Ahead, your eyes scan the wintry expanse, searching for any sign of life. Though you already know the truth, the forest feels hollow, stripped of vibrancy like a canvas bleached by the harsh light of reality. You can envision the anguished figure of a mother bear, her heart torn asunder as she calls out for her lost cub. In the distance, a frantic fox scampers through the underbrush, its desperate search for escape echoing your own sense of dread. Trembling as it realizes its fate, the fox epitomizes the innocence targeted by the very greed that fuels those who turn a blind eye. Dread wraps around you like a thick fog, stealing the warmth from your spirit. An unsettling question unfurls within. What can be done? The icy branches seem to twist further, creating a tapestry of despair that blots out the sun, blocking both illumination and paths of escape. The weight of hopelessness hangs heavily upon your heart, a crushing reminder of the silent suffering that pervades this world. Yet inside you, a flicker of something else ignites, sparking a desire for action, an urge to witness, to resist. But beneath this frozen facade lies a yearning, a raw, visceral need for justice. This pulse of rebellion thrums through your veins, echoing the silent cries of the ones who can't speak for themselves. You feel it, a tremor within the wild, resonating with a moral fabric that intertwines the threads of life shared by all beings in this expansive wilderness. Here lives an unseen world, rich with emotion, teeming with souls yearning for protection and understanding. As you delve deeper into this harrowing reality, compelled by the knowledge that the stakes are exponentially high, a pang of urgency grips your heart. An illegal hunting operation unfolds like a stagnant fog, siphoning the lives of innocents in a ceaseless cycle of exploitation. Every step sends ripples of worry through you, a chaotic dance that teeters on the edge of despair. How can you bear witness without an unwavering pulse of indignation rising within? With every heartbeat, your heart aches in harmony with the quiet suffering surrounding you, settling like the heavy realization of what it means to be alive in this world. A chill rolls through the forest, as if even the trees are holding their breath, waiting for the moment when everything shifts. The landscape feels alive, trembling as it senses the impending dread of a terrible fate. And then, like a beacon cutting through the fog of despair, you feel a shift, an unyielding call to awaken. The anger and sadness coursing through you demand acknowledgement, You can no longer be a mere observer. You are an untamed spirit, connected to this land and its struggles. As the dimming daylight intensifies the gravity of your resolve, you arrive at a profound realization. The beauty of nature, intertwined with tragedy, ignites an urgency to act. You cannot remain passive. You must rise against this tide of destruction. The call of the wild rings fiercely in your heart, prompting a reckoning of the silent suffering underlying your existence. You stand at a crossroads, aware that you can dwell in ignorance or embrace the weight of empathy. The chilling air swirls around you, carrying with it the promise of change, of awakening to the truths that lie hidden in shadows, cradled in the desire for liberation. Change is rippling under the surface of this frozen realm. At that moment, the stark contrasts of light and dark shift in your mind, and you are compelled to explore deeper, to seek out the truths buried beneath the icy facade. You brace yourself for the moment a flicker of hope reignites in this darkened world, curious about the extraordinary revelations that await. As you move deeper into the frozen embrace of the forest, the air thickens with sorrow, each breath like a reminder of the suffering lurking beneath the surface. The ground crunches underfoot, a muted symphony of protest against the weight of despair that pervades this realm. The trees tower above you, their limbs heavy with frost as if mourning the lives lost to the greed of poachers. An unsettling stillness blankets the forest, creating an eerie sense of foreboding, a dark haze settling over a world that should sing of life. You pause, closing your eyes to open your senses. The wind carries faint cries, the kind that tug at your heart, echoing the desperate pleas of animals trapped in a web of human cruelty. You envision gentle bears searching for their cubs, their anguish ethereal and haunting, or the striking flash of a fox caught in a cruel trap, its eyes wide with terror and confusion. Your chest tightens at the thought of the darkness that dwells in this once majestic sanctuary, driven by a greed that only serves to widen the chasm of suffering. With each step, the cacophony of anguish seems to rise, layering over the beauty that surrounds you. You feel the presence of shadows, reminders of those who profit from the barbarity, their faces fading into the gloom of the trees. How could anyone inflict such pain? What can be done to stop this cycle of destruction? The air feels thick with these unasked questions, as if the very trees share your grief. Suddenly, a sound pierces through the silence like a cry for help, a soft whimper. You feel an urgent pull leading you toward the source. Pushing through a thicket, your breath catches in your throat as you come upon a small fox, trembling inside a rusted cage. Its deep, fearful eyes look up at you, a beacon of innocence trapped in a maw of cruelty. The dullness of its fur matches the despair in your heart. A swell of rage builds within you. How can anyone justify this? You kneel beside the cage, feeling the raw emotions of helplessness and fury collide. The rusted bars seem a visceral representation of the chains that bind both the fox and the spirit of the wild. You glance around, aware that the poachers could be watching, lurking just out of sight, ready to strike if you break the silence. Yet, as you contemplate the vastness of the choices before you, an unexpected flicker of movement draws your attention. Emerging from the shadows of the trees is a bear, its great size both awe-inspiring and intimidating. You hold your breath, transfixed by the sight of this magnificent creature. It strides forward, exuding a primal force, its instincts honed by centuries. You can feel something significant, something profound building in the air as the bear approaches the cage, drawn by a shared bond that transcends the barriers of species. As the bear sniffs the air, you sense the ancient connection between the creature and the life surrounding it. You realize that this bear embodies the wild's enduring spirit, reflecting strength and vulnerability in a world gone awry. Each heartbeat echoes the forest's silent plea for justice, compelling you to bear witness to something extraordinary. In a breathtaking moment of courage, the bear nudges the cage, testing it with a powerful shove that reverberates through the still air. The sound of rusted metal clinking together adds urgency to your sense of hope and fear. You watch, captured by the spectacle unfolding before you, as the forest seems to hold its breath, waiting for the outcome of this confrontation. With one mighty push, the cage rattles as the bear's strength tests the very limits of captivity. And just like that, hope bursts forth from its confines. You can see it in the fox's eyes as it prepares to escape. There is a flicker of understanding in that bond between the two. With one mighty tug, the cage gives way, and the terrified fox bolts into the wild. The bear stands guard, an unexpected guardian watching over the newly freed creature as it dashes into the protective embrace of the forest. You feel the echoes of a deeper truth as you take it all in. This is about far more than a single life reclaimed. It is about the broader struggle against injustice. The forest pulsates with life, vibrant and unyielding, answering a call to restore balance in a world turned upside down. In that heartbeat of transformation, you understand something critical. The true power of life lies in its resilience. With every act of defiance against cruelty, the wild will not remain silent. You feel the warm surge of courage flowing within you, instantly transforming your urgency into action. This is not just a story of survival. It is an awakening, a reminder that nature still fights back against the tide of destruction. The bear stands resolute, a source of strength and promise, embodying the warrior spirit of the wilderness itself, a force of nature unyielding against the darkness. You take a deep breath, invigorated by the knowledge that there are stories that must be told, battles that must be fought. From this moment forward, your duty becomes clear: to witness, to fiercely protect, and to awaken the world to the ongoing struggle for justice within these enchanted woods. With a newfound resolve planted firmly in your heart, you know you will carry this realization forward. Even in the darkest tides of despair, there exists a spark of hope fueled by the wild, a force that defies cruelty and sings of liberation. As the fox darts into the thick underbrush, you feel an unshakable bond with the bear standing guard, its mighty figure cast against the fading light. In the creature's eyes, you see not just strength, but a flicker of wisdom, reflecting the shared connection of wild beings fighting against injustice. The rustling of leaves and whispers of the wind around you echo the heartbeat of a world fiercely alive, a celebration of the freedom that has just been reclaimed. However, the peace that blankets the forest is fragile. A chill runs through the air, warning of an approaching threat. The poachers, those insatiable predators, remain out there, their wicked intentions masked in shadow. The bear's demeanor shifts, posture alert and watchful, sensing a disturbance that coils around the quiet like a snake waiting to strike. Your pulse quickens. You know that these men methodically stalk their prey, their eyes set on what they believe to be theirs. This bear is not just a guardian of the wild. It stands as a symbol of resistance, embodying the courageous spirit we each must summon in the face of adversity. Suddenly, the crack of a branch underfoot sends a ripple of unease through the air, and you spot two dark figures weaving in and out of the trees. The poachers laugh as they approach. "It's just a bear. We can take it down." Their sinister laughter sends chills through you, igniting a flame of urgency and indignation. In their arrogance, they underestimate the inherent strength of the wilderness. In that moment, you realize it isn't just the bear under threat, it's a representation of the balance that must be upheld. Your heart races, and you can feel your body instinctively tense, ready for action. The bear lunges forward, a force of nature that strikes terror into the hearts of those who threaten its domain. Its growl reverberates, penetrating the tension-laden air and echoing across the forest. A warning, a rallying cry that stirs something deep within you. You scan the area and see a fallen branch nearby. Gripping it tightly, you conjure every ounce of courage within you. You're not just a bystander anymore. The call to protect the wild ignites an unstoppable fire in your chest. As the poachers step closer, you raise the branch, using it to distract them, hoping to buy precious moments for the bear to reclaim its ground. "Leave this place. You will not harm the forest." The words spill forth, raw and powerful, your voice echoing against the tree trunks. The poachers freeze, their laughter fading as surprise clouds their eyes. They are faced not just by the bear, but by the unexpected spirit of resistance that you represent. In that charged silence, the air pulsates with anticipation as the bear's fierce presence looms large. The poachers, uncertain, look at each other, weighing their options. Your heart pounds in your chest, awareness dawning on you that this moment could change everything. Then, as if on cue, the bear roars again, a mighty sound that shakes the very ground beneath you. The poachers falter, their bravado slipping. You can see them calculating, their minds racing as the weight of the situation presses heavily upon them. The fire in your gut fuels your voice, reaching out like tendrils of hope, beckoning them to reconsider their choices. "You don't belong here. Leave now," you shout again, your voice rising above the tension, daring to assert its power. The bear takes a step forward, its hulking frame a visceral reminder of the primal spirit that protects this land. In a moment of sheer defiance, the poachers turn, retreating into the shadows from whence they came, the defiance within you and the bear breaking the hold they once held. A hush falls over the forest, the echoes of their retreat transforming into a symphony of freedom. The bear stands tall, a silent guardian of the wild, and you move closer, your heart racing with exhilaration and disbelief. Together, you have confronted the darkness that often looms unseen, and you feel a bond forged in that fierce moment of solidarity. It is a victory born not just from physical confrontation, but shared resilience and understanding. As the evening deepens, the cool air carries a sense of peace and renewed hope. You ruminate on this moment, heart swelling with purpose, a reminder that each act of bravery echoes through the timeless dance of nature. You've become part of this ongoing struggle and have borne witness to the wild within you that still yearns to fight back. With a newfound understanding of your place in this intricate web of life, you know that the fight for justice is far from over. The forest will always be a place of beauty and danger, but now you carry the stories of its struggles within you, ready to share, ready to awaken hearts. Together with the bear, you step deeper into the embrace of the woods, heart intertwined with the pulse of nature. As the shadows stretch into twilight, you realize that the fight against injustice will always exist, but now you possess the knowledge that it is a battle worth waging, a truth that must be discovered by all who call this wilderness home. The evening settles gently around you, wrapping both you and the bear in a cloak of twilight shadows. You feel the weight of the day's events sink in, each moment echoing in the stillness. There is a gravity to this tranquil night, a sanctuary carved from the chaos of confrontation. As the last rays of sunlight slip beneath the horizon, the forest bathes in an ethereal glow, a reminder that even after the fiercest battle, there exists beauty and solace. You walk alongside the bear, an unwritten understanding weaving between you, binding your fates together. The air around you buzzes, alive with the melody of crickets serenading the night. Each sound resonates in your chest, reminding you of the beating heart of the wilderness, pulsing, alive, and fraught with untold stories of survival. But you know the peace is delicate. The threat of poaching always looms like a dark cloud over the lands, a shadow threatening to oppress the light. You reflect on the lives of countless creatures snatched from the tapestry of the forest, their cries silenced by the greed of men. There is a heavy moral weight that thrums within you, a knowing that goes beyond sympathy. It is an awakening to the silent suffering of so many that deserve protection. As you navigate through the underbrush, your thoughts traverse the path of responsibility, one that calls all of us to rise, to stand guard, like the bear. In that moment, you find clarity, an understanding of your role within this intricate web of life. It is not enough to merely witness the struggle. You are compelled to act. This fight isn't solely for the bear or the fox. It's for the very spirit of the wild. You remember a time when you thought nature was indifferent to humanity's plight, that the march of civilization would drown its whispers. Yet, standing here now, bathed in the warmth of courage and kinship with this magnificent creature, you see the truth. The wild is fiercely protective of its own. It does not stand idle, it fights back. This revelation ignites a fire within you, a burning determination to protect the delicate balance that lies in the heart of the forest. The bear turns, its gaze locking onto yours, a gentle yet powerful acknowledgement of the bond formed in this dance of confrontation. It inspires you with the assurance that you are not alone in this fight. The spirit of nature is alive, circulating with the rhythm of life, urging you forward. Through these woods, we must become their voice, you whisper, feeling the words echo in the stillness of the night, nothing but the rustle of leaves bearing witness to your promise. It is a pledge, not just to the bear, but to every creature that calls this land home. And with that commitment, you envision the endless possibilities, each little effort, each story shared carrying the power to awaken others. As you venture deeper into the night, you visualize the wild's narrative spreading beyond the boundaries of the forest, compelling others to not just witness, but to safeguard the rights of those often unseen. If the bear can respond with courage, so can you. Your voice can resonate just as fiercely. The thought fills you with purpose, each step becoming a part of a larger revolution to protect what truly matters. In your mind, you can see gatherings forming under the moonlit sky, voices rising, hearts ignited. Individuals stand united, sharing tales of bravery, illuminating the darkness that often blankets the truth of the struggles of creatures inhabiting our shared world. And each story tells the same tale, that we are all threads in this grand tapestry of life, interwoven, with each strand possessing its own importance and strength. With a newfound resolve, you carry the weight of this truth forward. In your heart lies the stories of the forest waiting to bloom into action. You are no longer just a passive observer. You are an ambassador for justice, a warrior for wildlife, determined to ensure that the extraordinary acts of courage displayed by creatures like the bear resonate not just through your realm, but into the hearts of many more. As the cool breeze whispers through your soul, you feel the swell of hope rising. The forest breathes a sigh of relief, a promise that the wild will continue to thrive, and with it, justice will endure. There will always be battles to fight, but there will also be moments of unity in the face of adversity, moments that remind you of the incredible resilience found within its depths. You know the journey is long and far from over, yet tonight, you stand emboldened as both a witness and a steward of the wild. The forest glows with magic, pulsing with life in every flicker of shadow and dance of light. And as you take a breath, you become one with the essence of every creature that claims this land, a fierce reminder of nature's unyielding spirit. Together, you and the bear stride back into the heart of the wilderness, the promise of tomorrow etched in your resolve. You carry the wisdom of today forward, an unbreakable bond formed in the dance of light and shadow, a commitment to always fight for the untamed spirit that whispers stories of resilience and justice in the winds of the wild. As dawn breaks, the golden rays filter through the trees, awakening the forest to a new day. You walk alongside the bear, feeling a deep sense of purpose intertwined with the morning light. The air is crisp, alive with the earthy scent of moss and dew-kissed leaves. Each sound resonates with vitality, the chorus of chirping birds, the rustling branches, and the gentle bubbling of a nearby brook are all part of a harmonious symphony that reverberates through the woodland. Yet, even in this moment of peace, an underlying concern stirs within you. You know that along with the warmth of the sun comes the potential for danger. The poachers, ever lurking, threaten the sanctity of this wild space. The bear's presence beside you feels like a protective shield, reminding you of the courage embodied in this majestic creature. With every step forward, you reflect on your role in this relentless struggle. You're no longer just an observer, you've become a protector, a voice for those who cannot speak for themselves. The weight of responsibility settles on your shoulders, yet it feels empowering. You envision communities gathering under the great expanse of the sky, voices rising in shared purpose, advocating for the guardians of the forest. In your heart, you nurture the need for collective action. It dawns on you that one voice, even yours, is not enough to shift the tide. You need allies, fighters for justice willing to stand resolute, just like the bear beside you. With renewed determination, you begin to weave a plan, dreaming of a movement that will ripple through the community, bringing attention to the wilderness and its inhabitants. Imagining gatherings filled with concerned faces, sparked with passion, fills you with hope. Stories will intertwine, tales of human actions that unite efforts to combat the exploitation of nature. You find strength in the simple yet profound truth that each of us carries a piece of this earth's narrative, and when told, those narratives become powerful chords of solidarity. Days pass, and you begin organizing local events. You spread the word about the struggles within the wild, sharing the story of the bear, a testament of resilience against oppression. The gatherings grow as more voices join the chorus. You see the spark of defiance ignite in hearts, each person becoming a thread woven into a vast tapestry of hope and strength. As your movement gains momentum, you witness a transformation within yourself and your community. Together you create banners of advocacy, demanding protection of the lands and its creatures. When the sun sets, communities light bonfires, celebrating victories small and large, igniting a passion for preservation. The laughter mingles with the crackling flames, and your heart swells with pride for the unity forged in this fight. But the journey is not without challenges. As the movement grows, so does the resistance from those who wish to exploit nature for profit. Each confrontation tests your resolve, yet hardships only strengthen your determination. You recall the fight between the bear and the poachers, the courage that surged in its heart. Those memories equip you with a fierce sense of purpose, driving you to fight back with every tool at your disposal. Education, outreach, and unwavering love for the wilderness. In quiet moments, you reflect on your decision to stand as a steward of the land. It goes beyond advocacy. It's a promise, a pledge echoing the calls of animals, trees, and streams for protection and respect. This responsibility becomes a lifeline for you, a connection to something larger than yourself. You pledge to amplify the voices of those who cannot fight for themselves, creating programs focused on conservation and sustainable practices. With the bear's spirit beside you, you visualize programs akin to beacons, enlightening the paths to better futures for wildlife. You see children learn about the interwoven fabric of life, gaining understanding and respect for all beings. As you embark on this journey of education, your thoughts illuminate the challenges ahead, yet remind you of the beauty that lies in resilience and hope. As the echoes of your walk through the forest join the chorus of nature, you find serenity in knowing that action is underway. Change is a slow ember stirred into a roaring flame. You feel the heartbeat of the wilderness resonate within your chest, reminding you that neither you nor the bear stands alone. Together, you embody the spirit of the wild, fiercely protective and deeply connected. With commitment burning brightly in your heart, you embrace the challenges of tomorrow, an unwavering promise to protect the land and its stories for generations to come. The sun sinks low in the sky, casting a golden glow and bringing forth a sense of solemn reflection. You stand at the threshold of change, realizing the fight is not just about preserving wildlife. It is about fostering a deep and lasting respect for all living beings. As night descends, your conviction solidifies into clarity. You will continue to be an advocate, for this is not just a battle, it's a movement reclaiming the voice of nature. With every sunrise and sunset, you vow to persevere, to nurture this alliance forged with hope, and to be the guardian the wilderness so richly deserves. In doing so, you feel the promise of the forest entwined in your spirit. Your journey becomes a testament that through cooperation and unwavering love for nature, even the smallest of voices can ripple outwards and craft an enduring legacy, one that every future generation will come to know and cherish. The fight is ongoing, but each step taken, like every story shared, weaves the threads of resilience tightly together. You realize this tale is just beginning, and you are ready to carry this on, hand in hand with nature, as a fierce protector of the wild. As the veil of night envelops the forest, stars twinkle like scattered diamonds across the sky. You sit beneath the sprawling branches of an ancient oak, the soft rustle of leaves a soothing lullaby. The silence around you is profound, yet vibrant, filled with the unseen spirits of the wilderness. It feels as if every creature is aware of the shift in the air, a collective heartbeat reverberating through the trees, and you are more attuned than ever to that rhythm. In this stillness, you reflect on the journey so far, the transformation from an innocent wanderer to an unwavering guardian of the wild. The bear's image flashes through your mind, its raw strength and undeniable courage serving as your guiding star. You feel a swell of gratitude for the lessons it imparted, challenges that stirred something deep within you. Those moments of confrontation forged bonds beyond words, connecting you to a deeper sense of purpose. With the world holding its breath, you recall the faces of those you gathered. Every heart that beat in solidarity ignites a flame in your spirit. You realize this isn't just about saving a single piece of nature. It's about creating a ripple effect, a movement that transcends borders. The stories of the forest must permeate hearts far beyond your own experience, inspiring others to take action, to stand against the injustices faced by the wild. And as you look up at the vast sky, starry and infinite, your mission crystallizes. It becomes clear that this journey is not just for the forest or the animals. It's for humanity's rediscovery of its connection to nature. You envision workshops designed to foster empathy, encouraging people to feel the pulse of the earth beneath their feet. You see families with children, eyes wide with wonder as they learn about the balance of ecosystems and the vital roles that every living being plays. In this moment, you understand the potency of storytelling. Tales of triumph and tribulation weave a narrative that can inspire hope, but they must be told with authenticity. You need the voices of those who have shared their struggles, not just yours or the bear's. Each life has a story, and together they form a rich tapestry of wisdom. Like the threads in a blanket woven for warmth, these stories can envelop a community in the embrace of understanding and compassion. Determined, you take out a notebook, the faint glow of moonlight illuminating your thoughts as you write. Ideas pour onto the page. Community storytelling nights, initiatives to visit schools, programs to engage local leaders in conservation efforts. Your pen dances with purpose as you inscribe the themes of hope, resilience, and kinship, each point reminding you that the foundation of change rests on unity. As the night deepens, a shiver runs through the air, carrying a whisper of the forest's ancient wisdom. It tells you that this journey will require sacrifice. The road may be filled with obstacles, but the forest's spirit thrives on perseverance. You resolve to carry on, regardless of the challenges that may come, reminded that even the tallest tree starts as a tiny seed, nurtured by care and commitment. With renewed vigor, you step out into the cool night, feeling the weight of your purpose settle comfortably into your bones. The path ahead is uncertain, but love for the wild and its creatures pulses through your veins. You gather your thoughts and envision each effort, every bit of advocacy that lies ahead. You will invite others to share the journey, beckoning them to witness the beauty of the forest. Soon, as dawn approaches, you'll find allies in fields that align with your mission. Educators, artists, local leaders, and passionate volunteers willing to dedicate their voices to the cause. It will be a gathering of souls fueled by the same determination to restore balance, to nurture the fragile beauty of the earth. As the first light breaks, you stand at the threshold, ready to welcome the day with open arms. The cool breeze wraps around you like a cloak of empowerment, whispering promises of hope and ambition. Each point on your plan leads to a brighter future, a step along a path that converges into a grand movement honoring the wild. Yet, in your heart of hearts, you know this is only the beginning. The bear's spirit fuels your resolve, a reminder of the beauty that comes when you fight for what is right. With every story shared, every voice uplifted, you weave a stronger fabric of connection, binding the community to the earth and its creatures. In this great tapestry, you find your place as not only a guardian, but also a storyteller, one who carries the tales of struggle and resilience to future generations. You are ready to plant the seeds of change, to grow gardens of understanding where empathy flourishes, blooming into unstoppable action. Gathering your thoughts, you take a deep breath, inhaling the essence of the forest, a bittersweet reminder of the challenges ahead and the beauty that emerges from them. With gratitude swelling in your heart, you step forward, a fierce protector of the wild, an unwavering advocate for its rights. You know this journey is not solitary. It's woven with countless lives, each making their mark on this sprawling canvas of existence. Through your actions, you grow closer to the promise of a balanced future, a thriving world in which all beings, human and wild, flourish together. In this, you find your true calling, not just as a steward of nature, but as a beacon guiding others to remember that we are more than mere spectators. We are custodians and kin to the wild earth, ready to rise as nameless heroes in a fight that echoes through time. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, illuminating the forest with golden light, you feel a renewed sense of purpose surging through your veins. Each day brings new opportunities and fresh challenges, but today feels especially monumental. Today you will launch your initiative, inviting everyone to come together for the first gathering of the community dedicated to saving the wild. You arrive at the chosen site, a picturesque clearing surrounded by towering trees. The air is electric with anticipation, and as you look around, the beauty of nature strikes you anew, a reminder of what is at stake. The very ground beneath your feet is alive with life, teeming with energy that mirrors your own. Butterflies flit among the wildflowers, and a soft breeze carries the sweet scent of earth and pollen. It is a perfect embodiment of the sanctuary you aim to protect. You have organized everything meticulously. Banners ripple in the gentle wind, emblazoned with messages of sustainability and respect for the earth. A small stage awaits, and there, you will share your vision. You envision community storytellers taking turns at the mic, sharing their experiences and passions. This will be a gathering of shared dreams and aspirations, each individual contributing to a greater narrative. As people begin to arrive, you greet them with enthusiasm. Each face is familiar. You recognize fellow advocates, families, and children eager to learn. Laughter fills the air, mingling with the sounds of nature, creating a harmonious backdrop. You welcome everyone, feeling a warmth spread within you as their energy resonates with yours. There's a shared understanding here, a recognition that together you can initiate change. As the event begins, you step onto the stage, heart racing with excitement and a touch of nervousness. The faces of your friends and allies look up at you, eyes shining with expectation. You take a deep breath and let the moment settle in. Then, with unwavering resolve, you share your story. The bear who inspired you, the fight against poaching, and the resilience needed to stand up for the voiceless. You speak from the heart, weaving a narrative that captures the beauty and fragility of the wilderness. Your words ignite a spark, and soon the crowd resonates with anticipation. You see others step forward, sharing their own experiences, their loves of nature, personal encounters with wildlife, and their visions for a future where the balance between humanity and nature reigns supreme. Each story is a thread woven into a tapestry that binds the community together, reinforcing the commitment centered not just on advocacy but on stewardship. As the sun sets, casting a warm glow over the gathering, you watch the flame of passion flicker within everyone's eyes. Talks of action evolve into plans for community cleanups, educational workshops, and youth engagement programs. You feel a burgeoning sense of purpose and know this is just the beginning. But not all voices are filled with hope. One man stands among the crowd with crossed arms, a skeptical expression dominating his features. He raises his voice, questioning the feasibility of your plans, reminding everyone of the challenges that lie ahead. Murmurs of discontent ripple through the audience. For a moment, doubt hangs in the air like storm clouds, darkening the brightness of the event. You feel the weight of the challenge, yet recollect the spirit of the bear, the embodiment of courage against odds. This is an opportunity to show that every question is a stepping stone toward deeper understanding. You approach the man with an open heart, inviting dialogue instead of conflict. "I hear your concerns," you respond, ensuring your voice is steady. Change is never easy, but look around. See the faces of passionate individuals who care deeply about preserving this land. Together, we can overcome the obstacles if we unite our efforts. You encourage others in the audience to share their perspectives. Slowly, the tide begins to turn. Those once skeptical find their voices joining in, speaking of solutions and calling for action, echoing your sentiments. There's an energy building in the air, a transformation from doubt to collaboration. As darkness falls, twinkling lights illuminate the clearing, adding a magical touch to the atmosphere. The tension dissolves into mutual respect, and the gathering shifts back to a celebration of unity. People bond over shared dreams, exchanging contact information and creating plans to meet again, determined to carry forward what has begun here. Around a communal fire, stories are shared late into the evening, silent vows made under a canopy of stars. You realize that this unity is the heartbeat of change. You look at the faces gathered around you, each reflecting the spirit of the wild, and you know you are not alone in this fight. The community, bound by shared purpose, stands ready to protect and nurture the wilderness. As the final embers glow softly, you reflect on this monumental day. The seeds of change have been planted, and now it's time to nurture them, letting them grow into a forest of activism. Each person here has committed to being a guardian of the wild. You stand at the edge of the clearing, encircled by voices rising against indifference. The night whispers hope, and in that stillness, you find strength. The strength to continue the fight, the strength rooted in kinship with nature and with one another. Tomorrow, life may bring new struggles, new questions, but tonight, you are filled with an overwhelming sense of resolve. You know you will continue to advocate for nature, carrying forth the spirit of the bear, the steadfast guardian committed to creating a future where every being can coexist freely. And with that promise, a new chapter begins, one where the wild is fiercely protected, where every voice matters, and where hope is an everlasting flame illuminating the path ahead.